Hey guys, this is my second Q&A video. I'm going to try to go through the questions kind of quickly so I don't have to edit this video as much. First comment was from Homerboy12345. He says, "Farced," and then Lieutenant Pancake said, "I hate you." And then Homerboy12345 said, "Lol, lol, 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 lol." There's no response to that. You guys are alright, I guess. Then Lieutenant Pancake said, "Dude, don't do Sincere Regret editions every Friday. You'll run out of ideas, then eventually people get sick of them. Maybe once a month?" Yeah, I guess I could, I don't know. I think I'll just do them whenever I feel like it, but I'll try to make it where Fridays are the day that I'll upload them. Mean Beanie 85 said, "What's your opinion on Resident Evil 6? I wanted to play it just because I've played all the other ones. I liked 5 even though it was mainly an action game. Like, it was still fun. But 6 just felt and played awful, and I think I still have it. I don't remember if I sold it or not, but I just couldn't play that game. Also, have you ever played Monster Hunter? I tried to play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U, and I just don't understand the appeal of those games. It's just like a grinding game until you're good enough to defeat certain enemies. And then I guess you cook them, and then that's the game. I don't know. I just never really... I remember playing the original Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 2, I think. And I liked it for some reason, but I don't know. Played 3 Ultimate, and it just didn't appeal to me at all. P123TYU says, "What Wii U games do you currently own? What Wii U games are you looking forward to?" I have Nintendo Land because I bought the black one, whatever it's called, the Wii U Ultimate. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, I bought the black Wii U, so I have Nintendo Land, and then I bought Mario Bros. U, and of course the Luigi U expansion that came out a couple weeks ago. And I've got Need for Speed Most Wanted U, and it is gorgeous. And that's it for the Wii U. I guess I have a bunch of Virtual Console games too, but Fyron X951 said, "Wow, red earbuds, what a faggot." Wow, you called me a faggot. What a moron. That Gunslinger said, "Will you ever play Limbo? Just imagining Mickey playing that has me frustrated, but I'd love to see it, please." Yeah, that's one of the games that I want him to play, just because you've seen how bad he is at Braid, so he'll probably be just as bad and confused in Limbo. Lixo9867 said, "When a chicken lays an egg, which end of the egg comes out first?" The pointy end, so it can work its way out of the chicken. Casually Wayward said, "I don't think you should force yourself into doing Sincere Regret videos in such a tight schedule. Just do them whenever you feel there's something there's something to complain about." Yeah, and I guess I'll just do it that way. I'll try to put them up on Fridays. But yeah. The Serious Mofo said, "Which show is less funny? 2.5 Men, Whitney, Mike and Molly, or Men at Work?" Doesn't one of those shows have Wanda Sykes? Whichever show has Wanda Sykes is the least funny one. Pardon me, I have to blow my nose. Apparently I woke up today with a cold or something. Anyway, Ben Kersey said, what was your favorite subject in school? I think it was speech. I was on our speech and debate team. We went to competitions, and I always tried to do really humorous readings or debates or whatever. And it was the most fun because during class we just kind of goofed around and worked on what we were going to do for competitions, which were only a few times a year. So then he said, what is your dream game? My dream game, I guess, is a Zelda game made by not Nintendo. I don't mean like Capcom or Activision or something, but like how they had a different studio make the Metroid games, make Metroid Prime and stuff, and then those guys also made the 2 recent Donkey Kong Country games. I think it'd be interesting to see them do a Zelda game. And then, who is your favorite video game character? I guess Link. Link has to be my favorite character. Funky John 32 says, you look like my Uncle Mike, except he's a successful man and a douchebag, and you are an unsuccessful man and pretty chill dude. Any thoughts on that? Well, I think to an extent success makes people douchebags. Just like I think on YouTube, a lot of people, whenever they get really big on YouTube, they just become sort of cocky douchebags, and they don't really care about the people that make them all the money that they get. And I've never understood that. You should be thankful instead of being a jerk or ignoring them or whatever. But Pew Pew Video Games ask, when will the Steam summer sale begin? Starts this Friday. I'm not kidding. It really does. And if it doesn't, you can chastise me. Then Sir Loading Screen responded to that and said, heh, no, seriously, it starts Friday. Your wallets will be empty, as will mine. Dishonest Abe Zero said, you shouldn't plan to have regrets. That's not healthy. It's true. It's very true. But there's plenty of things I already regret that I can just talk about. But we'll figure all that out later. Newman or something, who said, who made the amazing intro jingle? That's Kevin MacLeod. He's the guy that makes royalty-free music, and then almost everyone on YouTube uses his music. George Bradley said, I thought this video title was a reference to Ryan Davis. Was it? And what's your thoughts on Ryan Davis? Ryan Davis, I only recently really started watching Giant Bomb stuff. So I can't say that I was, I've been a fan for years, and I've always seen him heard him on the Bombcast they do on Tuesdays, because I've only been going to that website for a couple of months, but he's one of those guys that just seemed like a really cool guy. One of the kind of people that would make you want to do something like what he does in the industry, just because he seems to be so like he was good at what he did, but he also really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people just want that in general, just to enjoy whatever their career path is. So you see him, and you see how many friends he has, and you see, especially just since he passed away this the impact that he had on so many people's lives, it just makes you want to be like him. So, I don't know. I don't know if that really answers your question. And the title wasn't really a reference to him. I actually just named the video when I recorded it Tuesday spelled weird, and then I just didn't change it when I uploaded it. Gazalzi says, just blur your address and put it back up. Yeah, I might just do that. I'll have to learn how to blur stuff. That seems like it'd be easy, but I don't know how to do it. Foreign said, is this the place where you ask questions? Yeah. What are your opinions on the Xbone and PS4 jiggle-fadiggle? I feel like the Xbox One, with their initial announcement of stuff, was incredibly cocky. They just they did what Sony did whenever they announced the PS3. They were kind of like, here's the way we want things, and because we're so popular, we assume you people are going to eat it up. Because with the PS3, it was like, hey, look how crazy expensive this is, but you all love the PS2, so you're going to buy it, right? And everyone was like, no. And with the Xbox One, it was like, hey, everybody, you all bought an Xbox, so now we're going to have all these online restrictions and all these things, so you're going to buy this, right? And everybody was like, no. So they had to change their stance on it. Now, the way that they have it set up, I feel like it's still going to go that direction eventually. It's one of those things, it's inevitable that it'll get there eventually, and it might still be like during this next console generation. It might not have to be with the Xbox 2 or whatever those idiots are going to call the next one. And the PS4, I'm reasonably more excited for, but both consoles, I don't really feel like they have enough games to make me want either of them when they first come out. I feel like the Xbox One, they're kind of like, I don't care about the new Killer Instinct. It's not, they're just trying to cash in on the original game's popularity. They're not doing it because they, like, the developer that's making it has only made like terrible games in the past. They're just trying to cash in on what people want, but they're not actually going to do a good job of it, probably. Dead Rising 3, it looks like they completely ruined that. Just trying to make it gritty and realistic, and we have enough of those games. We don't need more of them. We need more goofy games that don't take themselves seriously. And that game completely is just gritty, brown, kill a bunch of zombies, everything's bad. It's like, that's boring. It's been done so many times, no one cares anymore. Anyway, and he also says, can you define what your current favorite style of music is? Examples, maybe. I only listen to classical music and hardcore rap. That's it. Anorexic Goldfish. No way, I just skipped somebody. Justin P. said, I've always wanted to record myself playing games, reviewing them at the same time. I like your setup, so my question is, what programs do you use to edit your videos, and what do you record gameplay and audio with? Love your humor, by the way. Glad I came across your channel. For consoles, I have a Hoppage HD PVR. I guess Hoppage is how you pronounce it. Howpage? I don't know. That's just for the PS3, the 360, and the Wii U. And it's a PVR1. I'm recording! Anyway, for the Wii U, the 360, and the PS3, because it records component cables. And I have a Dazzle, I don't remember what the heck it's called, something that'll record my Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 We just haven't played any of those games yet, but we're planning to. I've got one of those Pikachu N64s. The audio for the videos with me and Mickey, we have 2 Turtle Beach headsets, and then I edit the audio to make it sound better in Audacity, so I get rid of like the background noise and stuff. And then whenever I record stuff by myself, I have this, let me see if you can see it, because I'm using it right now. I have this blue microphone on a microphone stand, so it's just kind of right out of sight. So it's kind of perfect for these videos. Yeah, and I edit the audio in Audacity and Adobe Audition, and then the video I edit in Sony Vegas, which is also what I use to make like the GTA 5 loading screen and the gameplay analysis, which I guess people didn't understand was a joke. I saw a lot of people that were like, "This guy's never played GTA," and I'm like, "God, why you're so stupid?" Anyway, Anorexic Goldfish said, "To 1 million subs." Let's do it, guys. It's not gonna happen. Kyosuke Kusaka said, "What are your views on incest?" That's disgusting. That's my views on incest. And then Triple Palindromus said, "I'm sure he regrets it sincerely." Yeah, that was pretty funny. Obachchiman said, "Are you planning on making Let's Plays on older video games? I would really love to see someone make a funny Let's Play of Arcanum." I've never heard of Arcanum. I actually looked it up before I did this video, because I kind of tried to go through the questions first, so if there was something I didn't know about. I've never played Arcanum. I guess it's a old PC game from like 2001, if I remember right. And it kind of looks like a Diablo style game, if I'm correct. And it might be fun. I'm gonna have to look into. I don't know if it's on GOG or somewhere where I can get it, but I'll look into doing that maybe. Floyd Zed said, "What should I buy in this Steam Summer Sale when it finally starts?" I've played so much Rogue Legacy lately. It's so addicting. It has to be one of those games that everybody has to play. The 957 said, "Who would win in a fight, you or Mickey?" It's a tough one. It's a tough one to answer, just because he goes to the gym all the time, works out, kind of a freak about fitness, and I'm fat and love pizza. But on the other hand, if he says something stupid and I punch him in the shoulder, he like winces in pain like I just shot him or something. So I'm not sure if he's secretly weak or if I'm just freakishly strong because I'm so big. I have no idea. Also, have you ever played a Fallout game? If so, which is your favorite? I own either 3 or New Vegas on Steam, and I've tried to play both of them, and I don't know why I can't get into them. And I don't know what it is about it, because I loved Skyrim. I played like 180 hours on Skyrim before I beat it. And so many of the elements are the same, you know, it's huge, open landscape, plenty of different places to go, huge amounts of quests and side quests and stuff, and somehow Fallout I just can't get into. I might try to play it again, to see if my opinion has changed or not, but anyway. Man Bear Pigs Are Real said, 1 million subs, here we come. Tell everyone you know about this channel and about our videos. That's all I have to say. Clob17 said, "You gonna show us your cat? Because you should." My cat's kind of an inside-outside cat, and it's usually outside like almost all day, which is great because I don't have to clean up after him as much, because he goes and poops in other people's yards. It's probably one of the best things about having that cat. Jay Lesh said Pokemon Red or Blue. I had Red whenever I was a kid on my Game Boy Pocket. So, I guess I'll say Pokemon Red. Dinshu said, is there something that you do every day that makes you feel really bad, but you still do it anyway? I guess the hours that I spend online just looking at the stats on our videos and the comments, just hoping that it, people like our stuff. Melectus the Wizard said, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? The correct answer is, as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. On a serious note, what do you think of Deus Ex? I have Deus Ex Human Revolution on Steam, and it's a good amount of fun, but it's the only one I've played in the series. I guess a lot of people have said that the earlier ones or the first one or whatever is a lot better. But yeah, that's my opinion. I like Human Revolution, but it's the only one I've played. AW Movie Production said, which famous YouTuber do you hate the most and why? And I had to think about this. I don't really hate people, because I realize everyone has their own appeal. Everyone has their own style. And even if I completely dislike, the way someone does something or their humor, I also realize that not everyone has the same kind of humor. So there's people that do like them. Like, the only person I can think of that I absolutely hate their style and their humor and just think that the people that like them have to be morons too is that Shoe Nice guy that just eats deodorant and looks like he has brain damage probably. And he tricks people into giving him money to pay for his bills and all this stuff, and I just don't understand how he has a fan base. I don't understand him. So it's I don't hate him, because for all I know, he's a nice guy, and he's just doing this because he got, he found a fan base for that kind of thing. I just hate what he's I hate his ideas and his thoughts and things he does, but I don't hate him. J.M. Ayers said, hi there, your style of humor is really unique and funny. Anyway, I wanted to know what motivates you. In your videos, you're not exactly the most hyperactive of people, but you still seem content and chill with everything around you. I've had this mentality for a while that I'm just, the whole idea for me is just live your own life. Don't bother yourself with other people's lives, unless they're your friends. But I'm just it doesn't matter how other people live their lives. Just live your own life. Live and let live, I guess, is the whole thing. Just accept people. Don't hate anybody. Just get along with everybody. And I'm one of those people, I can get along with anybody. There's people that have nothing in common with me, that sometimes are polar opposites from me, but we still get along just because I don't judge people. That's one of the most important things to me in the world, is just don't judge people. No matter who they are, what they do, even if it's something that you think is just completely wrong, you don't know what their life's like. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know why they think the way they do. And it's better to just let people be the way they are. Now, if they break the law, that's different, but that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway. Niski444 said, do you love Gabe Newell? And Gabe Newell and I have an interesting relationship. I used to love him, but then he didn't ever release Half-Life 3, so right now we're not on good terms. Tim Day said, sincere regret. But that's all he said. I don't know what to say to that. XX Deathlord has 4 questions, and then a comment. So let's go over those really quickly. What is your favorite food? Enchiladas. God, I love enchiladas. Which next-gen console are you getting? The Ouya. The first one I'll probably get is the PS4. I already have a Wii U, and honestly, I consider that next generation. Just because I don't think graphics define a generation. More than anything, it's just the time a console comes out defines a generation. But the Wii U is ahead of the 360 and the PS3 graphics-wise anyway. So even if you do just consider it graphics-wise, to me the Wii U is still next generation. But the Wii U is the plan. I'll get the PS4 when it has like enough games that warrant having it. And then I'll get the Xbox One as soon as I can buy a used one for $100. That's the idea in my head. That's when I'll buy one. 4chan or Reddit? I guess Reddit. Just because, well, I use them for different things. 4chan ends up being more entertaining than Reddit. I don't know. I honestly think I spend about the same amount of time on both. I'm not sure. I guess I'll just say they're both pretty good for different reasons and different things. Tell Mickey we love him no matter how awful he is at games. Yeah, I'll let him know. Cookie the Epic said, what did you think about the GTA 5 gameplay reveal? You should check out my gameplay analysis that I put up on YouTube yesterday. But aside from that video, I was already super excited for GTA 5, so that gameplay video was just amazing. Can't wait to see more about it, or play it really. Lane Deck said, what is your opinion on Anita Sarkeesian's videos on women in video games and Anita Sarkeesian herself? I feel like she's one of those people that comes off really extreme, so people end up not liking her. People end up seeing her as someone that's just trying to get attention or just trying to rile people up, and she might be doing that, but the problem with her videos is that all she's doing is complaining. Now, I realize it's a series, so it's kind of hard to judge the videos because we don't know what else she's going to say. It's just that the first 2 videos that have come out, she's only complaining about it. She's not presenting good alternatives or ways to fix the problem. Because I do think there is a problem with the way women are represented in video games, but just saying, man, this is terrible, and why do they keep following these tropes, and you're teaching kids that this is the way it's supposed to be. It's like, well, you can't just complain. You have to offer alternatives or ways to fix the problem, but she's not doing that. She might do it in another video, but right now it just sounds like complaining. And I'm still waiting to see some evidence that she actually used all that money she got for these videos, because she did videos before she even did that Kickstarter, and these new ones look about to be the same quality, the same kind of editing, and most of her information seems like you could just easily find it on Wikipedia. So, one, why it's taking so long, and two, what she spent all that money on. I have no idea. Deadly Neurotoxins said, have you ever shit and or pissed your pants, and how did it happen? Oh yeah, I have. It's called I was a baby. And I had no control over my bladder and stuff. So yeah, I haven't since I was a kid, I don't think. I mean, maybe I did like when I was like 5 or 6. Was probably the oldest or something, but I don't remember. Le Cool Name said, how long have you been trapped on the moon? Let's see, I was born in 85. So I've been trapped on the moon since 63. Stuart Grant said, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch that Last of Us movie with you guys. That's a fair assessment. It pretty much is a movie. At least it's a good movie, so yeah. Green Thumbtack said, what is best kind of bread? I prefer just whole wheat bread for sandwiches and breakfast toasts. Also, when is the best time to eat bread? I think the best time to eat bread is with breakfast, like a couple of pieces of toast with some butter. It's amazing. Penguin Gibson said, what is the farthest place you've been from your home? In 2006, 5 or 6, I actually moved from Texas to Virginia and was there for a full month before I hated living in a bigger city than the city I live in right now, which doesn't bode well for me if I ever want to move to Dallas or LA or something. Epsilon Sama said, Christopher, you do realize that once on the internet is always on the internet. And yeah, I realize that, but that video was almost a week ago and I still haven't got anything in the mail, so maybe nobody saw it? Or nobody wrote it down? Anyway. Jesus D said, show us Scandinavian broken English guy. This guy's a friend of mine, and I don't know if you ever heard a Latvian joke. But I've told him Latvian jokes. Let me see here. I've told him Latvian jokes, and I do kind of an accent. He was actually saying that about the braid videos, because I do weird accents in those whenever we're reading about the chapters. Let me see here. Let me check. Give me just a second. I'm going to find a Latvian joke. Okay, this one's called Boy Who Cried Potato. And I'm going to do it in my Latvian accent. Latvian boy go out look for potato. Later come back to village say, I found potato, I found potato. People in village come and look, but there's no potato. Later boy again go look for potato. Come back to village say, I found potato, I found potato. Again people in village come and look, but again there's no potato. Third time boy still don't find potato and die of starve. People in village eat boy. So yeah, that's my Latvian broken English guy. Slaps your shit says, how do I bring back my childhood love and enjoyment of video games? Wear adult diapers. It works for me. Storm Zero says, guys, we need to get our hands on that video of him running naked down the street. The only way you're going to get it is if we get to 1 million subscribers. And I haven't done it yet. I'm not going to do it till we get to those subscribers, so you know. Ara Leet said, how do you record PS3 gameplay? Are you using some kind of component capture card, or do you have some method to bypass HDCP on HDMI? I use the component cables from the PS2, which I also have a PS2 I can record on. And it just goes through the HD PVR. So I guess there's no HDCP on the component cables. I don't even know how HDCP works, but it doesn't. Recording the PS3 hasn't been a problem. Mitt Romney says, "What tickles your pickle?" The fact that you didn't get elected. No, I'm kidding, but I don't know what tickles my pickle. Friendship and happiness. That's really me trying to smile, see. Hamster said, "Do you think you are a coward if you'll don't smoke crack?" No, I answered this last time. Why are people talking about me being a coward because I don't smoke crack? Nano Shinanomi said, "Would you rather live in the society of Brave New World or 1984? I don't know what either of those are. Are those games? I'm going to feel bad if those are things I should know about. Brave New World. Brave New World or 1984. I was born in 1985. I have no idea. Ricktard1010 said, "I recently learned that my daughter is a communist, and she accidentally the semen-stained mountaintops. All of them. How should I punish her? Throw her from the mountaintops." Alex said, "Why haven't we hung out in months? Don't use work as an excuse anymore." I don't know. I don't hang out with anybody. I know we should hang out more, and maybe right after I do this video, I will text you and say, "Come over and play Mario." Llama Milker, I can't get over how bad that name is. If you were plotting a massive terrorist attack, what would your perfect plan be? Well, my perfect plan B would be my perfect plan. I don't know. My perfect plan would probably involve giraffes, medium rare steaks, and a Prius. That's about as much as I'll go into that. Do you have any messages for the NSA? They know what I think. If I get arrested for this message, would you help bust me out? No, you live like 4 hours away. I'm not going to drive to help you. Lastly, I'm no longer turned on by you. How does this make you feel? Well, I feel pretty good, but now I feel weird knowing that I used to turn you on. The Nyan Ranger said, "Favorite GTA game?" And I think my favorite GTA game has to be 4, and more specifically, The Ballad of Gay Tony, which I found out somehow sold less than The Lost and the Damned. And I just recently beat The Lost and the Damned because I just didn't like it that much, because, I don't know, Ballad of Gay Tony is a lot more fun. Eric Blomquist said, "I literally giggle the entire time I watch these videos." I'm glad you giggle, Eric. I was afraid you'd never laugh again. But now you've pulled through and you can giggle again. The Dude 9849 said, "Will you do a Portal Let's Play?" That'd be pretty awesome, assuming Mickey hasn't already played it. Oh, he hasn't played it. And he barely understands the concept whenever I've talked to him about it. So he will definitely play that, and we will definitely record it. And I will definitely not help him, and I will make sure that we record it till he beats the game. So it could be a very long series. Laver said, "Would you ever consider making your bed before recording your video, or would you just say, 'Fuck that, my bed, my rule'?" Well, as you can see, probably, no, I didn't make my bed. I never make my bed. Why do I have to make my bed? It's my bed, my rules. Just like you said. There's 2 comments that were removed, so that's unfortunate. Mr. Magic 3112 said, "What are your thoughts on microtransactions and or games heavily based on items obtainable through microtransactions, i.e. Dota 2 and Team Fortress 2. I think microtransactions in the long run are going to completely kill video games. And I think it's one of those things where it's just in like free-to-play games right now, and in some games there's like the option to buy things. And then even in the Dead Space 3 had microtransactions, but they were completely optional. But the problem is, that's kind of how they introduce it into games, is where it's completely optional. And then after a bunch of people buy all these optional things, they're going to start to make it more and more mandatory that you have to use these microtransactions to beat games. Or you'll have to play 90% of a game and then pay again for the last 10% of the game. They're just going to... It's going to be bad. I really see it going that way eventually, just because the cost for making games keeps going up, but they don't want to raise the price of games just because if games were $70 instead of $60, less people would buy them in the first place, and it really wouldn't solve the problem. But if they charge enough microtransactions and they pump out enough DLC for stuff, then people will keep buying that, and they'll be able to make more money off of it. So I think eventually it'll get to that point where just everything has microtransactions, and it's going to be terrible. Silly Bibby said, if you could turn into any animal, what animal would you be? I think I'd want to turn into an eagle, just because I want to fly. That's it. Rob Moody, I'm not going to answer your question or read it. I'm just going to say you need help. There's something wrong with you. And then Megargar the Mighty responded to Rob Moody and said, well, that's fucked up. And then he said, here's my question, though. What is your opinion on public bathrooms? Public bathrooms, like at convenience stores and restaurants, are mostly disgusting, and I completely avoid them at all costs. Now, public restrooms at, like, your place of work, as long as you work in a place that isn't public, those are always so clean. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. It's like they have janitors or something that keep them clean all day. I think that's the last question. Let me check. No, there hasn't been any more comments. I'm probably just going to upload this the way it is, because I don't think there was a bunch of dead air or anything like that. But thanks for all the questions. I've been working on this new video series that I'm going to show you guys, and I can't stop laughing at it. I just hope everybody else likes it as much as I do. And yeah, look forward to that. Obviously this video is today's video. Tomorrow, I believe, the next part of Braid will go up. Anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Be sure to subscribe if you have not, or like and comment and favorite. And Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus and Reddit and 4chan and email and YouTube and bank account and Nintendo and Groupons and Amazon and Penny Arcade. Anyway, tell everyone, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.